Previously in episode 43, I've talked about the enemies from Zelda 2 that appeared in both the Captain N and Zelda animated series. Now in the last part of this review, I talk about the bosses. So let's begin. We'll start with Aquamentus, a unicorn-like dragon and the first boss in the original Zelda game. Let's see what he looks like. He appears to look horse-like in his appearance and was seen in one episode called Underworld Connections. Wait, where have I heard that name before? It sounds familiar. Oh yeah, Rampage World Tour, where the monsters are in hell or something like that. Anyway, moving on to Dodongo, a large reptilian creature that looks like a mix between a triceratops and a rhinoceros, also the second boss, I believe. Here's what he looks like. He has the design, plus he's orange and yellow and also seen in one episode. Gleeok. He's a three-headed dragon beast and the third boss of the first game. In the Zelda animated series, he looks spot on and appeared in 2 episodes. Goma, the fourth boss, with a hard shell that repels all attacks and his weakness is his eye. In the Zelda cartoon, he looks similar to his original design, looks like a crab, and appeared in 3 episodes. Patra, the fifth boss that looks like a pair of eyeballs with wings. In the animated series, they look dead-on accurate and briefly appeared in 1 episode. Horsehead is the first boss in Zelda 2. He wields a mighty spike club and sports a heavy armor. Let's take a gander on what he looks like on Captain N. He appears to look like a centaur and was seen in the episode Quest for the Potion of Power where he guards the key, and yes, like in the game, his weakness is his head. Helmet Head, a knight that spits fireballs and his weak spot is the same as Horsehead. In Captain N, he looks spot on except he's dark blue and light blue, plus he was seen at the end of the episode having a ball. Rebonak. He's a blue knight that rides on a floating metal horse, wields a jousting lance, and attacks Link at high speed. Let's take a look at his appearance on Captain N. He looks like his design except with a different color scheme, but he was referred to Iron Knuckle and was seen in 2 episodes. And finally, this brings us to Ganon, the main antagonist in every Zelda game except for The Adventures of Link. Here's his look from the game, and here's what he looks like in the 2 animated series. His design is loosely based on his appearance from the first game. He wears a purple robe, he can raise his hood to put on a disguise, which he often does when he is in the surface. He also has an evil jar, which allows him to summon his minions to attack at his command. He also keeps the Triforce of Power in his lair, giving him an endless supply of magic to aid him in his attempts to overthrow the Kingdom of Hyrule by either capturing Zelda, her father, or as always, stealing the Triforce of Wisdom. He's also capable of teleporting to any location in the Underworld, an ability that he often uses to immediately find Link and Zelda when they are traveling around the Underworld. However, since his magic is limited in the overworld, he is unable to use his powers outside the underworld, which forces him to rely on his minions to perform tasks for him, as means of transportation while in the surface. Ganon often rides a loader or is carried by Stalfos to help him reach his destination. This version of Ganon is more comical and bumbling than his appearance in the games, and he is seen to be short-tempered and intolerant of his servants' clumsiness. Other than using his minions to execute his plans, Ganon is also known to invent various items that will help him achieve his goal into stealing the Triforce of Wisdom, such as a mirror that creates an evil clone of Zelda in the episode Doppelganger. He was also seen on Captain N the Game Master in the episode Quest for the Potion of Power, where King Hippo and Eggplant Wizard retrieved the potion and gave it to Ganon, who started out looking small, innocent, and defenseless. Then he transforms into that, making him slightly resemble his appearance from the Zelda animated series, and his voice was provided by Len Carlson, who you may know him as Aloe and Quackpot from the forgotten series Dinosaucers. Well, that wraps up all the characters, enemies, and bosses from the first 2 Zelda games that appear in both the animated series and Captain N. Perhaps I'll do a 5th part where I talk about the Zelda cartoon. Or not. But I hope you enjoyed my 4-part review, so until then, I shall see you all next time.